Hey there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and let's turn up the game sound, give the music, and dive into Brain against Kuangai game number 5. We've had 4 games so far, and Kuangai's won 2 games with a very strong performance, and even in the games that he lost, he almost won. He almost won the 2 games he lost. So far his performance has overall, I'd have to say, been slightly better than Brain's, which is something you won't often hear. You won't often hear me or anyone say that Brain has been slightly outperformed, not by much, but by a little bit. You do, of course, have to keep in mind that Brain played Protoss in the first game against Kuangai's Protoss, who's played Protoss every single game, by the way. Then he played Zerg, Terran, and Zerg again. So yeah, he's not only played Protoss, but here in game number 5, he returns back to the Protoss to settle the score. We are on 2-2, game number 5, going to decide it all. Who is going to be victorious, who's going to take home the bragging rights of being able to call themselves the winner of this small little meetup between China and Korea. We got QAW1 here, it's Brain on the bottom corner of the map. Then we have Kuangai here on the top middle of the map on the pink Protoss, pink against olive, and he goes for a Nexus first, and so does Brain. Nothing new under the sun. They have been going for Nexus first pretty much every single game where they have been Protoss. So yeah, they're kind of just doing the same thing, because why would you change a winning horse? If your horse keeps winning races, just keep betting on that horse, because the odds are that they're probably gonna win again. You know, they're probably gonna win again. So both players here are going for Nexus Forge. Wait, that's a Nexus Forge, right? That is a Nexus Forge. So yeah, it's really just both players doing the same thing. Except for, why wouldn't they? So here in the middle of the map, they're both scouting in the exact same direction. Both going to 9 o'clock. That's kind of because the middle spawn locations are faster to scout than the corner spawn locations, so they try to save some time by scouting a middle spawn location first. Just because it's faster. And getting your information into your mind faster, of course, always helps. Specifically when you're a brainy player like Brain, getting information out earlier is always advantageous to you. So we have Kuangai going for cannon and double gateway, whereas Brain goes for triple gateway, a cannon as well, but his gas is only just now starting, whereas Kuangai already has gas finished up, already has about 60 to 70 gas mined, so he's very far ahead in the gas department. He's going to get his cyber core functional much earlier and get the technology running much earlier. So there comes Kuangai, and he sees the very slow double gas, sees the very slow cyber core, whereas his own cyber core is almost finished up. And his gas is, he went for level 1 attack. Oh, interesting. I think he did something like this before in game number 1, where he went for level 1 attack very early. Very early. He is a believer of level 1 attack supremacy, whereas Brain is a believer of faster advanced technology. Although we have the Citadel of Adun there coming up from Kuangai, and Brain is going for a Citadel of Adun, because the Kuangai manages to sneak through right past Brain's prying eyes, his special eyes. The other there turns around though, because the cannon is protecting the backside. We got the pylon in the front. We have a pylon in the front there for Kuangai as well, and a zealot from Brain walking right around the backside. Now Brain went for triple gas. 2 gas already finished up, so his gas is now coming in faster than Kuangai. Level 1 attack is also on the way, because he saw the forge spitting there for Kuangai. So yeah, both players have all the information they really need to formulate their game plan. So you can see Kuangai going for 5 gateway. Brain, of course, sees all 5 gateways he knows. So what is he going to do to prepare himself against this? Kuangai goes for the robotics. They're on the side. Brain goes for gateway number 4. No number 5. Goes for a Templar's Archive, so that has to be their Templars to try and keep Kuangai away. And Kuangai, of course, has the robotics, probably for observers, but maybe he's going to go for robotics support bay first, into shuttle, reaver, and then observers, not too sure. But against our Templars, you kind of always want to have your own detection out pretty early. Now the question becomes, does he have cannon in the front? Yes, he does. If the cannon gets sniped, Brain can still get his Dark Templars into Kuangai's base. So it's going to be a matter of Can they kill the detection in the front, or can they properly protect it? So build some pylon there on the side for early warning on shuttle drops. Likewise, Kuangai doing the same thing by building some pylons on his own sides. They're both really mirroring each other. Supply counts are pretty much the same. Like I said, 15 difference at the moment. But the 15 difference is explainable because he has more gateways. Not because he's spending his money better. They're spending their money about, I'd say, about the same. Range the way for Brain. Speed on the way for Brain. Speed on the way for Kuangai. Dark Templar spawning there for Brain. I'm just noticing. Something smells a bit funny in my house. Like, I was away from home for a couple days, like I'd say since Sunday, and I'm just now noticing something smells funky. It's not a pleasant smell, but you can smell that it doesn't smell exactly right. And now that I am aware of it, it's kind of bothering me. But that aside, let's not get distracted too much. So he went for the shuttle and the Reaver before the Observer, but he has the Observatory finished up. Whereas Brain now getting Storm upgrade, range and level 1 attack finishing up, getting some Dragoons as anti-drop. Support bay there on the way, so his own drop will slightly be delayed because he won't have the speed there yet. Kuangai goes for the attack, and is going to try to break through the front door, and luckily for Brain, there are Dark Templars, so the Zells are probably not going to do too much because there's no Observers on the scene. The Dark Templars are gonna destroy this attack, I'm sure of it. Brain is doing his best. Oh, Observer arrives. He has the Observer after all. But have the Dark Templars done enough damage so far? I think they have. Steps away there from the Observer. It's too far in the back. One guy forgetting to move it. More units coming from across the map. Observer now getting into position there, but he has a really strong, overpowering force. Honestly, he does. He really has a lot of Zeldas there coming from across the map with a one attack and speed. Zooming in, going for the cannons, going for the Zeldas, going for whatever they can. Dark Templar blocks the Zeldas there, though. That's a brilliant move. Gets killed there, though, but it bought some time. Cannon in the back there, getting attacked. On the front side, he's protecting, blocking, using his own... Oh, Storm Zone Observer, but kills some Zeldas there with a Storm. And units are just gonna keep on coming. They're just gonna keep on coming. The Storm's here trying to save the day. Reaver arrives on the scene. Reaver shoots its load. Reaver Scarab gets blocked. Scarab it explodes because Brain accidentally sent his units into the Reaver. Cannon's getting attacked. He's got 40 probes still alive. His economy is in... Brain is in really bad shape, guys. Brain is in really bad shape. Kuangai jumped on him. Without mercy, I might say. Without a warning, I might say. Brain was caught off guard, and Kuangai is... I'm gonna say it again. He might be outplaying Brain right now. I don't want to say that it's over yet, but Brain is a small little bit behind on his opponent, and his opponent does have more gateways. Like, let me count the gateways. That's 5, another 7, another 8. So that's 13. And here we have 7. Not looking too good. Not looking too good. 7 gateways. Templar energy on the way there for Brain. Level 2 attack almost about halfway done. The 1 armor there on the way for Kuangai, getting Dragoon range as well. Didn't have any Dragoons yet, so no need for Dragoon range. They are now being built. We drop there flying out for Brain. We have observers waiting there for detection against Dark Templars from Kuangai. He's got vision all over the place with these pylons. He has no anti-drop though. Like, it's just a couple cannons, no Dragoons. It's really just the pylons. So if Brain just flies in there, he's gonna kill some probes. Without a doubt, he's gonna kill some probes. Dragoons there coming in from Kuangai. He's got a 50 supply lead. It's pretty far ahead of Brain. Brain is trying to build up as quickly as he can. Drop there, flies in over the bottom side. Kuangai attacks at the same time. Zells are moving in but retreats. Drop there. It's looking to go in. Probes are running to safety, but they return back to the minerals because he can't keep them off for too long. And there goes Brain, goes right on in. Starts to unload the high Templars, but they're too far away to hit the probes. Okay, he kills a lot of probes. He's now in the lead. It's 48 against 55, but Kuangai goes in there with his own attack, ready to strike, ready to hopefully kill Brain. He's got still has a 50 supply lead over Brain because his armor is just way bigger, stronger, perhaps, because he's level 1 armor, and Brain does not yet have level 1 armor. He's getting level 2 attack. But at the moment he's buying on upgrades. A lot of cannons are going down, more units are going right in between those gateways. Units are dying rapidly. Brain is in some trouble. One more cannon, Reaver in the back. Who's going to have to help him out? Drop that comes in over the top side as well. Dragoons marching forward. The Dragoons are the real problem now because Brain doesn't really have enough to really deal with the Dragoons. And the Reaver there on the top side going to try to open up a pathway. Get a little bit closer to hit those probes. It's too far away. Storms on it. Shoots on the probes. Does not explode. It explodes at the last possible second. You gotta be kidding me. Another one is gonna explode at the last... Oh, shoots again. Kills another massive load of probes. Brain is in trouble. Or might I say, this game is over. Brain got wrecked. Brain got wrecked. It happened. It happened. It's over. It's impossible. At this point, it's impossible. You can try, but you're gonna die. So, Brain got beaten twice in PvP by this Chinese Protoss expert, this Gosu player from China, Kuangai. Kuangai is just playing really good. Yeah. Another drop comes in. It's another Reaver. Reaver shoots, it's loaded, and it will explode. But where will it explode? Hits one probe. Another shot gets released. Gets blocked by the probes. Releases the... Ooh, lucky rake. But you know what? It's over. He's gonna have to call GG. Brain is in disbelief. He's not calling GG. It's evidently over, but he's not yet calling GG. He still believes that maybe he can make a miracle happen. But supply difference is like 4 times as many units there for Kuangai compared to Brain. Brain taps out and Kuangai reaps victory. And he deserved that one. He earned that one. That was just superior play from Kuangai. That was superior. Yeah, we might have the balance of powers in the world in disarray. The powers that be might be shifting. But let's not call it too early, you know? Let's go for a game number 6. Okay? A game number 6. Is it gonna be Kuangai winning yet again, or is it gonna be Brain making a comeback and evening up the score 3-3? Now, Brain has not been in the lead even once in this series so far. It's just not been going too well for him. He's always been playing from behind. Always been in quite some pain as Kuangai keeps getting the jump on him. So Brain here on the red Protoss, same spawn location. Blue Protoss, it's Kuangai. I'm gonna have a drink while we watch as this very slowly progresses. Very slowly. Like really, just not much happens at this point in the game. I might as well speed it up, you know, like this. Let's speed it up. Why be so slow about it? Like, nothing happens in the first 2 minutes. Let's just speed it up. Nexus first for both players. And then we're gonna stop right about here where things are starting to get a little bit more different. So we have a Nexus gateway there from Brain, and we have a Nexus gateway forge there from Kuangai. And there's a second and third gateway from Brain. No forge. He is feeling frisky. Now is him feeling frisky going to help him secure an advantage over Kuangai, or is this gonna backfire on him? So both players are scouting the middle spawn locations first, and then of course they will resume their regular scouting patterns. Cannon the way there for Kuangai, double gas, single gas. Brain, single gas. Both players are building their zealots. Nexus is almost finished up. Gets a cyber core, still no forge. You do not want to get a forge if you have triple gateway, because you're unlikely to get, you know, really abused by zealots with your probes. Like, your probes are most likely going to be safe because you have more zealots than the opponent has. Now, they don't really know about what the other player is doing yet, so you could argue that no forge is slightly risky, but I think Brain knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience in Protoss against Protoss. But as we've seen before, Kuangai has beaten Brain in both Protoss against Protoss mirror games. So is Kuangai perhaps, I don't want to call it yet, But is he perhaps the best Protoss against Protoss player in the world right now? Or is this beginner's luck? I mean, he's clearly not a beginner, but is he maybe lucky here? Is he maybe lucky here? I don't want to call it luck, but who knows? We're gonna have to see a couple more games here. So Brain there gets his Forge and his Citadel of Doom. His Citadel of Doom is a little bit faster than Kuangai, even though Kuangai started his gas earlier, but Kuangai once again goes for a weapon attack first. And probes do not die. They do take some damage, but they do not die. So Kuangai is going to take his leave, and he might circle around back over the bottom side and go right back in again. The Zealot, how much health does it have? That is slowly tearing it down. Citadel of Doom finished up, getting speed. This is kind of looking the same as last game, except Brain is only on a single gas, didn't go for triple gas. He wants to go for a big Zealot army with speed and level 1 attack. Level 1 attack is slower than Kuangai. Kuangai is getting a robotics right there. A bit of a funky spot, but as long as you got it, as long as you have it, as long as it can be used. So a true 2 probe advantage there for Brain, somehow. 5 gateways again for Kuangai, number 6 on the way, number 7 as well, so he's gonna go for a superior fighting force, and Brain is gonna go for the robotics. Got a cannon on the way. He's got a pretty good number of zealots at the moment. He's got more supply than Kuangai, but we have to factor in the 2 probe difference, so it's only, it's kind of about the same now because of the additional gateways. There is a support bay on the way there for Kuangai. He's going to go for Shuttle Reaver. And then no observatory because he didn't see a Templar's. Actually, he doesn't have the information. He did not see the Templar's Archive or robotics because his Zealot died before it was starting to get warped in. He's not getting an observatory. Because he's on a single gas, of course he cannot afford it, he only has a single gas. If he had 2 gas, observatory, yes. But 1 gas, observatory, no. So if Brain had gone for Dark Templars, this would have been free real estate. Do have a couple cannons there in the back there from Kuangai, but yeah, no observatory, I find it a little bit odd. But 1 gas, it's explainable. The Brain stopped mining gas. He's gonna go just all in on Zealots. He's trying to flip the script. This is kind of what Kuangai did to Brain last game. So he goes for a large Zealot attack. It's beefy, it's massive, it's big, it's wide. And he's gonna try to enter this narrow choke point with this. Or maybe he's gonna try to surround. Kuangai moves out. Kuangai gets surrounded. Wait. I'm getting some weird vibes here, and I don't want to call it, but is Kuangai maybe... Is he maybe... Like, Brain livestream this. Is he maybe... Never mind. Observer right there on the top, he's definitely not stream sniping. He would have flown over the bottom if he was stream sniping, so that one exonerates him. It helps him. Like, yeah. He doesn't know about the observers. He doesn't know. If it was stream sniping, he would know about the observers. So yeah, he's in the clear. He's in the clear. No stream sniping going on here. Because you wouldn't fly in over this side. You would fly in over here. 100%. He's going to hang there on the top side. I think he's still within vision of that. Yes, still within vision. No stream sniping going on. We're safe. We're safe. So we've got 9 gateways. Another 4 on the way for 13. Likewise, 5, 8, 13. Both players are kind of doing the same. Kuangai still only on a single gas. Getting level 1 armor now. So they both have level 1 attack. And Brain is getting level 1 armor as well. Let's see who got theirs first. Kuangai is in the lead. Getting no observatory. There's the observatory. No Templar's Archive there though. Brain is 2 probes ahead still. Getting his own Templar's Archive. Got an observatory. He's got observers on the high ground, of course. Zealot attack coming over the front. Yet again, he's going to try to fly the shuttle in while attacking the front. But I think the army sizes are about equal, so there's not really much attention that's going to have to be paid to this frontal attack from Brain. He's going to be fine. Dragoons in the back waiting for the drop. Observer moves to the front yet again. Drop over the bottom side. Does not fly in over the Observer, but gets caught by some Dragoons, I hope. Reaver unloads, but it's too far away from the probes. Drop on the top there, gets sniped as well. Reaver doesn't load, but Reaver is not gonna hit. Okay, hits him, but it's only about, I'd say that's about 9 kills. 9 kills. About 9 kills. So Brain there defends that one, not perfectly, but well enough. Deflects the frontal attack as well. That was a well enough played defense. A little bit unlucky that he didn't have the Observer on the top side there yet. But once you as a Protoss figure out that your opponent is putting observers on the high ground, you always gotta assume the corners get observers first, and then a little bit further to the middle of the base. So like corner, close to the choke, corner, close to the choke. So he just chose to fly in over this side, because this was the least likely position for there to be an observer, and he just happened to be right. Just happened to be right. So Storm on the way there for Brain, and Shuttle Speed as well. One armor almost finished up. Armor already finished up there for Kuangai, getting level 1 shield as well. Adding on 2 more forges in the Temple's Archive. Got nice vision there around his base with pylons. And he is maxed out. He has achieved leading status with more probes, more supply. So goes for the attack there over the front side. Brain there steps back, but the Dragoons has to reposition to get a good arc around this choke point. More units are coming from across the map. Do we have a drop from Kuangai? Yes, we do. But it's waiting in the back, waiting for a Reaver. So Brain should be able to defend this one without too much trouble, because not all Zealots can attack. You can see it right there. Not all Zealots can attack, but the Dragoons behind his own Zealots, for Brain, they can attack whatever they want. So the Zealots are fighting from an inferior position, but there's so many of them that he is going to break through, whether Brain wants it or not. Drop over the top there, going to break through. Drop from Brain, going to have to fly through pylons. Observer on the middle of the map there from Brain. Kuangai finds a way through the middle, not quite. He's trying to buy time there with the Zealots. Going to try to attack the Dragoons with the Zealots. Goes over the bottom side there, finds a pretty good opening. Unloads the Reaver, probes running to safety, but a couple of them will go down. Once again, hits about 12 of them yet again, because Brain did not hotkey his probes. He's relying on simply pulling them to safety. Brain is not in dangerous waters, because he hits the probes of Kuangai there and gets himself into a worker lead. It's 54 against 40. So that turned out well for Brain. There's no cannons on the bottom side here, though. No cannon on the top and not on the bottom. Storms it just to make sure it dies. Just wants to make sure there's no Reaver in there or anything else. Another drop there over the bottom side. There's only 2 Dragoons in between. More Dragoons move in addition because he has observers on the side there. Attack over the front side there. All the Zealots are coming in. Kuangai still in supply lead. Drop goes in. Drops. Does not get sniped. Survives. Barely survives. Gonna try another route. But be returned back home. Zealots are over the front side, just mowing everything down. Brain is in trouble. Brain still has a pretty good amount of gateways. Drop there, going over the top. He's flying around. Zealots on the chase, trying to kill Dragoons. Yeah, Brain is going to survive this one. He will survive this one, but he will lose a couple more Dragoons, a couple more Zealots. So Kuangai is still dealing out damage, despite Brain having a better economy. Brain is just losing his production as soon as it is spawned. Whereas Kuangai is kind of just rebuilding in peace. Also has more gateways. 13, another 5, 18, another 5, drop comes in. I said something about peace, not peaceful. Does not really kill that many, so a good probe pull there from Kuangai. The vision behind the hills, giving him a lot of time to respond and pull the probes to safety, safely, well on time, and keep them alive. Supply counts are about the same. Still a smaller lead there for Kuangai, because as I said before, he has more gateways. Like we have 15 for Brain, only 15 for Brain, and we have over 20 for Kuangai. Storms coming down on the Dragoons. Pretty good storms, pretty useful. Drop comes in over the top side there, gets sniped there by Dragoons. Has to turn around. These storms are hitting those Dragoons really hard. Really hard. They all clump up. They don't die to a single storm, but oh boy, do they take a lot of damage. One storm is 112 damage, so pretty much way more than half. Kuangai yet again has a very strong fighting force inside of Brain's base. More units coming from across the map. Probe counts are about the same. Drop there, almost sneak. It does sneak through. Templar on the scene, Storms, and Brain keeps most of his probes alive, loses only 6 of them, and the Reaver cleans up the High Templar. A couple more Storms happening to try and save his hide. Ooh, so many units coming from Kuangai's base. Kuangai's production is legitimately some of the best I've ever seen in my life. He's making life very difficult for Brain. It should not be this difficult, but it is. It is this difficult. Brain gets caught slipping for a short little moment, cannot pick up the Reaver, gets taken down. But as that happens, we can see that Brain is finally recovering from the large skill attacks on his front door, or, well, in his base. He is recovering. He's not out of dark waters yet, or these wild waters. He's still in trouble. He still has to play and hold on for dear life. Trying to snipe the High Templars. Kills the High Templars. Storms on the Dragoons. Pretty good storms, but steps out of it, so it doesn't take full damage. Yeah, it's over 20 gateways against 14 now. 14 gateways here from Brain. He lost 1 gateway. He's just producing. He's holding on for dear life. Mother to God. He's praying to the gods above. Mother Teresa, Holy Mary, please do not let me die. Please let me hold on here. Trying to warp more gateways on the top side. The goons are coming in to flank that side and clear it all out. Yeah, he's waiting for a moment to get that drop into Brain's base. To penetrate deep into that backside and drop off a nasty storm right on top of those unsuspecting probes. Flying the Dragoons. Shoal is being preserved. Shoal gets taken down. Nice micro there from Brain. Dark Templar on the scene. And surprise, surprise, there's no observer. So the Dark Templars are actually coming in very handy. There's no observers anywhere on the map there from Kuangai. So the observers... Yeah, the Dark Templars might just save Brain's life. Also, the drop comes in. Let's talk about the upgrades later. Drop comes in, does not get sniped, flies in very deep, all the way in, starts unloading, hits the storm on the Nexus. Brain has a little bit of luck because Kuangai makes a big misclick on the Nexus, misses the probes, and the Dark Templars save Brain's life. So now Brain can recover for a little while because the observer is only just now spawning. He has to fly all the way across the map, and during like those 30 seconds of traveling time for the observer, we can maybe see Brain recover. Just maybe. Put some Dragoons on the high ground. I'm gonna put a couple more on there. I like that because it makes these Dragoons very strong. Because there's a 50% chance that these Dragoons from Kuangai will miss. 2-2-2 there for Kuangai. 2-1-2 there for Brain. Brain is getting a level 3 attack and 3 armor before Kuangai, but has only level 1 shield, which only just now started. So yeah, this is being very useful. Dodging all those shots. Just look at how many shots it takes to take it down. So many shots are missing. So many shots are missing. Storms on the Dark Templars. They die pretty quickly. Observer in the back is still alive. Reaver is shooting there from behind the Zealots. This Reaver is keeping Brain alive. I tell you, I swear to God. But the supply count is, well, pretty much maxed out for Kuangai, and Brain is on 150. Reaver is gonna maybe go down as well. It's staying in the back, stays alive. Shield in the sky. He can maybe pick it up if he wants to, but he's still getting overpowered yet again. He's getting overpowered yet again. But when the 3-2-3 kicks in, it's on 3-2-1 at the moment. Drop there flying in. There's nothing in between. Drop flies in. Kuangai, and not moving his probes. He is moving the probes safely, but oh, he loses almost everything. One more storm. Okay, he lost everything. He lost everything. So now it is going to come down to whether Kuangai can use this existing army he already has to still win the game. At the moment, he has 50 more army supply than Brain. They have the same supply, but 50 difference in probes. Drop comes in over the top side. There's nothing to snipe that one shuttle on the top. Brain is microing for dear life. I've said it so many times before, but it's so very true. This is literally the hardest I've seen Brain have to fight for his life. Drop comes in, High Templar on the scene, storms and hits him, but 47 stay alive. Is there one more High Templar in there? No, there's not. Does it have another storm? No, it is not. But Brain is still losing a lot. This position, though, is very good for Brain, because it's very difficult to get those Zealots in there, in between the gateways. But there's just an overpowering force for Kuangai. More is coming across the map. Brain is losing gateways pretty quickly. But once this dies, Kuangai does not have... Okay, he still has a lot of Dragoons back at home. Still has a lot of Dragoons back at home. You know what, I think that Kuangai might still just win the game. He might still just win the game. Picks up the Reaver, brings it to safety. Let's zoom in a little bit. The Reaver is doing some great work. Some great job. Gets stolen to death there, though. Oh, this one is stolen. Oh no, Brain! Oh no. It's over. Brain has lost the game again. This is wild. This is very, very wild. This is super wild. Brain loses 3 Protoss against Protoss games against a Chinese player. Something nobody in history so far, nobody in the world except Kuangai thought this was possible. But guess what? Brain loses 3 Protoss against Protoss games against someone who was not even in the conversation of being in the top 20 players in the world. And guess what? This player has done something literally only 2 or 3 other players have done in their entire life, and that is basically win a Protoss against Protoss series against Brain. This is absolutely insane. Kuangai is a real one. Kuangai is a real one. 2 wins for Brain, 4 wins for Kuangai, and Kuangai has won all the Protoss against Protoss. That is crazy. We do have a couple more games, but we're gonna do them in the next video because I don't have any time left. Let's put it like that. So we'll see you in the next video, okay? So sit on tight. Write it down in your calendar, although I don't have a date for the next video yet. Write it down in your calendar, set your alarm, and it will arrive whenever I have finished the video. Leave some comments, a like or a subscribe. I don't like asking for likes and subscribes, but please do leave some comments with whatever you want to say. We'll see you next time.